Jordan said he and collaborators Dave Mansueto and Pete Spinda initially expected a shorter run.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Alone Together Pittsburgh. Here we are streaming at you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania yet again. This is, I believe, episode 157 and the start of week 52, which in some world out there is 1 year. So here we are. We're still doing it. You heard a little taste of it there before the show started. We did a quick interview with WESA. I want to thank Bill O'Driscoll and everybody at WESA for throwing some shine to what Alone Together has been doing for the last year. You can check that out on our site, on our Facebook page and everything like that if you want to listen to the full 4-minute thing there, if you're not going to hear me talking enough tonight. But that was cool. Bill actually came over and recorded that interview. We were 15 feet apart from each other with a one long mic cord between us. I put him under the heater, and we were in the back of my house. It was the last 30-degree day before what we had going on here now. If it's your first time tuning in, watching the show, we started the show as a way to keep a sense of community going during COVID. We've had many ups and downs over that span of time. But we're still here. We just kind of want to give people a voice. We started off just being kind of arts heavy, and that's kind of morphed into everything heavy and mostly Pittsburgh centric. So thank you for watching us if you watched before, and thanks for tuning in tonight. for the first part. We have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. It is jam-packed. We haven't packed a Wednesday like this in some time, but when you see the caliber of guests, it's going to be It's exciting. All right. We have coming up first is going to be Haley and Sam are going to be talking to us about Thanks to Her, a fantastic film project that's nearing the end of its Kickstarter deadline, which is I think tomorrow. So you're going to want to watch that. It's coming up soon. Jennifer Ferris Glick is going to be here talking about Vigor, Vibe, and Venture, the V3 Challenge tonight. And then we have Leanne Rodman is going to be here from Southwest PA, support farms and markets. So it's going to be a great thing. That's coming at you from our Buy Fresh, Buy Local segment, brought to you by the one and only Farm to Table Pittsburgh. So that's going to be very exciting. So things are going to be good. Oh yeah, check this out. This looks kind of similar to that's the side of my house, and that's the distance of Bill and I's
nice interview. Flamingos.
Yeah, dude. There's 3 of them. Pepper loves the flamingos. She kept kind of like running into other people's yards and grabbing their flamingos, so we decided to
blame it on your daughter. You're trying to impress Bill O'Driscoll with your flamingos, Patrick.
With that sandbox and the flamingos. So yeah, that was the distance thing. Look at Bill. See, he's under the heater there. Kept him nice and comfortable. I'm freezing off to the side there, but yeah, check that out, folks. That was it. Thank you again, Bill O'Driscoll, for doing that. WESA, big fans. All right, so we're going to tell you another thing that we have here on the show is something that it's exciting. We call it the Engine House 25 Little Jag-Off Poll. That's right, the EH25 Little Jag-Off Poll. We had the big Jag-Off Poll that was overnights for about 9 to 10 months of this thing. It was so epic. It encompassed about 180 different trials and tribulations, but we had to shut down the overnight thing for a little while here because it was causing tension. And there was a disturbance in the forest of Pittsburgh. So we shut that thing down and are doing something else. Just in-show polls for you to watch live. So if you're watching on Facebook, you can vote live. I'm sorry if you're watching on YouTube. I'm sorry if you're watching on Twitch. And I'm really sorry if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, the audio-only version of the podcast tomorrow when that goes live. But before we get started into that, real quick, our Venmo right there is at togetherpgh.com. If you kick in any money, it goes directly to the artists involved in the show tonight. But I'm telling you right now, we are probably going to push all that money towards the Kickstarter that we're going to be talking about in a little bit. But please, kick in some money. That would be great. But let me tell you, before we get to the poll, a little bit about Engine House 25, eh25.com. We have some exciting news, okay? We are going to be doing a live virtual wine tasting with Engine House 25 1 week from tomorrow, okay? So that would be, I think, either the 17th or the 18th. I don't know. 1 week from tomorrow, and you at home can get it on this. If you want to buy 3 bottles of wine, they have them selected and picked. If you go to eh25.com, let them know you come from Alone Together Pittsburgh. You get $5 off per bottle anyway. You get these wines. There's going to be Dwayne Reeder from Engine House 25 is going to be there. And there's also going to be a sommelier whose name I do not remember, but he is a big deal in the Somal world. And Kate Romaine's going to be here doing that with us. And Pete, Dave, and I will also be doing a live virtual wine tasting. Since we can't go places just yet, please be sure to check that out. Go to EH25, pick up the wine so you at home can do the tasting with us live with a professional sommelier and a vintner himself. So that said, Engine House 25 does free delivery. They're doing free curbside and in Pittsburgh area. And you can also get $5 off per bottle, letting them know about us. But the poll tonight, Dave, tell them what it is.
This is a great one, man. We were getting so good at this. How a whole year. It took us a year, and now we're really hitting the stride with these little jag-offs. Those big jag-offs, those were just warm-ups. And tonight's is no exception. It's seasonal. It is the Mac-Off. That's right, tonight, voting right now. Voting starts in the Mac-Off. Let's take a look what's happening in our Mac-Off. It is the Shamrock Shake, the McRib, Mac and Me, the movie, and Little Mac from Punch-Out, competing in tonight's Little Jag. You gotta pick your favorite Mac or your least favorite Mac. Vote for your enemy. Vote for your friend. Vote for whatever. I don't know. We don't know how this thing works. We have no idea. We put 0 to none thought. Our guests had this great idea. Shamrock Shake. If you vote for the Shamrock Shake, I don't know what to say. I'm hoping you get creative. McRib, Mac and Me, Little Mac from Punch Out. Happy Mario Day, everybody. Good luck with that, Patrick.
Wow.
You're Irish, aren't you?
I with a name like Patrick, I've been called Irish.
With a name like
before.
Patrick, huh?
That's what it is. It really is. It's one of those interesting situations, especially this time of year. Everybody's Patrick. But anyway, get your vote on there right now.
I'd vote for Mac and Me the movie. So would Paul Rudd.
You threw that in there. And
I did.
Paul
I
Rudd
snuck two more in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Also because it's Mario Day.
Is it Mario Day? I had no idea.
It is March 10th, if you're a video game nerd.
But you don't have any Mario references in there, man.
Yeah, well, Little Mac from the referee from the game Punch-Out is Mario.
You think it's Mario or it just looks like Mario?
No, it's definitely Mario.
Is that true?
It's totally true. Don't worry, I got this covered.
You're seriously telling me that's actually Mario, not just like the guy that was the designer was. Oh wow.
I'm not proud of that. I'm just don't call me out on this. I got
I'm
this.
I'm not calling you out on it. All right,
don't
I like
call
it.
me out on my Mario stuff. I'm gonna get. You won't like me when I'm angry about Mario.
I can't believe you're wearing a Mario shirt, but I can believe that you're wearing a Mario shirt, and I'm proud of you, buddy. You know, keeping it real. Keeping it real.
Good job on the radio, buddy.
Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. Thank you. Question for you guys. Not a question. Okay, so speaking of this, when I said before, we've been doing this for a year. This has been a roller coaster. I had kind of a roller coaster kind of a day. So yesterday, I had something fortunate happen. A TV show that I was supposed to work on that got canceled 1 year ago, essentially yesterday, came back to town. They're back filming. They're going to be in Pittsburgh for another 6 months. I got called in to work on it yesterday, which I was just shocked that it came back. And the COVID protocols that they took, I had been tested a couple of times over the last year. Obviously, I'm sure most people have as well. I was tested. Oh yeah. There you go. There's me. It's excited that the job came back. Apparently, thanks for pulling that one out, Dave. So I've been tested several times over the last year. I'm sure everybody else has too. I was tested 4 times in 4 days. All right. So with the long form and the short form, they're testing every day to be on set for this. They're locking everybody down. It's more than just temperatures. They have on staff like nurses. They have a whole testing station. There were people, everybody was masked on the set. There were people with like 6-foot poles and rubber balls on the end of it, making sure people were distanced, even the directors and famous people and stuff like that. So they were on top of it. So I was like, wow. Look at this. This is a they are very, very aware. And I'm like, maybe we are turning a corner with all of this. Something that I forgot to mention was like our COVID numbers. I think we were down in the 250s today in Allegheny County, but it was like 375 or 380 yesterday. So, I mean, we're kind of plateauing in the 200 to 350 area. But all right, aside from that, I'm sorry. I talk about that every show and I forgot to get it in before. I'm not trying to bring you down. So I'm feeling like, wow, they're locking this down. This is good. I get to work for a day. Look how pure everyone is taking this. Then today, the reason I didn't send any videos of like Pepper talking to random squirrels and ducks and stuff like that, because I was shocked. I drove around the reservoir at Highland Park, and then I went to drop down to the pond below. You would think it was like summer of 2018. It was packed, not one mask. Okay, I know everybody was outside, but people were having picnics with 10 and 15 people sitting on blankets. I mean, it was great to see, but shit, man, we've only vaccinated less than 10% here of the country, so I know everybody there wasn't vaccinated. There was no masks running around. I'm talking all ages, right? People were walking around. They were smoking, hanging. Everybody was like doing this. Dropped down to the lower pond. I didn't want to take my phone out. Literally, people were they had hibachis on the sidewalk outside where the pool. There was like 15, 20 people, 30 people just crammed on the sidewalk, literally grilling food, looking at the ducks. I was just shocked. So what I'm saying right now is, to curb this thing, let's not fumble at the goal line. Let's not pull like a Leon Lett and Don Beebe in the Super Bowl. Let's keep putting our masks on, keep the social distancing going. It's awesome that once you're fully vaccinated and you wait a couple weeks, you can hug your kids and grandkids again. It'd be fantastic. I can't wait for it to happen, but I'd like for it to happen. Okay? So let's not screw this thing up. There's different variants going on right there. Put the masks on. Bruce Springsteen would agree with me. Don't be a JAG. Just put on a mask. It's time. All right. I said the Bruce Springsteen thing. because we were going to call to Bruce Springsteen's audio, but it didn't happen. But I'm okay with that.
Put on a fucking mask.
Thank you, boss. All right, so I think it's time to roll on with the show. Dave, unless you have something to add.
I got nothing.
Fantastic. This is great. Well, coming up first on the show tonight, very exciting. I told you there's a Kickstarter coming out soon about this. The movie is called Thanks to Her. It was an independent short that was made and went on YouTube and blew up. And when I say blew up, it's not like 50 or 60,000. It's over 650,000 views on YouTube. Now, it's a coming-of-age drama about identity when a closeted teenager is forced to do community service with a fellow lesbian classmate. This thing has so much heart, it's ridiculous, and they need your help because their Kickstarter deadline is tomorrow midnight, and they are in spitting distance of getting that there. Let's welcome them here right now. Sam and Haley, are you guys ready?
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I'm done.
No, we still have all this trash to pick up.
Technically, our assignment entails picking up as much trash as we can in the allotted amount of time. My body has already picked up as much trash as it can.
No, that's not how this works. The sooner we pick up all this trash, the sooner we get to go home.
You really think they're gonna let us leave before our time is up? They're just gonna make us do something inside. Because that baby doll is the deal.
I don't believe you. Get out of my way, Andy.
No.
Are you always this big of a bitch?
Are you always like this big of a pushover?
I'm not a pushover. I just do what's asked of me. So I'm gonna say it again. Get out of my way. I'm gonna finish picking up the rest of this by myself. You can help me or not, your choice.
There was the little clip, little taste of it, and here they are right now. Sam and Haley, how are you guys?
Hi. Good.
We're great. How are you?
All right. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we've got this movie. We've got a Kickstarter. Before we get into the Kickstarter stuff, I want to know a little bit about the origin story of how you guys decided to do this and how this all came about.
Yeah, absolutely. I wrote originally it as a feature film my senior year of college at Pitt. And then we wanted to shoot like kind of a shorter version for like capstone for graduation. So we chopped it down into a shorter version and then we filmed that. And that's what you got a clip that you guys just saw. It's just a little bit of a taste of the short film. Yeah. So there's actually a full like feature length already written beyond the short film.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, that's great. Okay, so you shot now, having been in this situation, especially because I went to Pitt, everybody kind of dreams about this. Everybody's kind of got screenplays they're batting around, and everyone's like, oh, we'll just make a short and we'll put it out there and see if it blows up. Well, I've done a lot of things that have never blown up, and I thought they were awesome. But you guys really kind of caught lightning in a bottle here. So what do you think kind of was the reason for that? What do you think about the story kind of just resonated with people?
Oh, sorry, were you going to say something?
No, no.
I think partly one is sapphic representation is vastly needed in the industry right now. You know, LGBT representation is really kind of lacking and stuff. So I think that anytime there's good, realistic, wholesome representation in any form, people tend to latch on to it and it resonates. Also, we had oh, that's a spoiler. I shouldn't say that. There's a spoiler from the short film. There's a certain other version of representation in there that really resonated with people. So I think that's one of the reasons it blew up.
Okay, so it blew up, but you also had a lot of commentary, right? Like people were like, usually I tell people don't read the comments, right? But the comments that were coming in on this were pretty much on the positive side.
Yeah, they were really, I mean, some of them were beautiful. I know that Sam has like compiled like some lists of some of like the nicest ones, but yeah, I mean, what was so cool was like it became almost like a support system in itself for like a lot of particularly young people, but older people as well, talking about how they finally felt seen or whatever that may be. And so it actually became a way for people to connect with each other as well as just connecting with the film.
All right, now you guys decided to try to fund this one on Kickstarter, right? Where Kickstarter has a cutoff that no matter how much you've raised, now right now you guys are at 33,817, and what is your cutoff?
35,000.
Okay, this is so close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you guys are ridiculously close.
Yeah.
And this is the one thing I've done Kickstarters and they are dangerous, right? I mean, they're dangerous because there is a cap. If you don't get there, you don't get anything. Right? So it's like all like the goodwill. And how long has this been going on for? How long have you guys been running this thing? This Kickstarter?
It started February 9th, so a little over a month.
So a little over a month, and you guys have been promoting this, I'm sure. You guys are putting this on all your social networks. You're begging your friends. You're talking to family, just trying to get there. All right, guys. Okay, so we're talking just a little over $1,000 here. Okay, kick in there. The link is on the thing there. Get in there. It's in the comments as well. Get on this. Get it going there. Okay, before we do that, okay. So you've got a nice crew of people here, and the nucleus all kind of came from the University of Pittsburgh, which is exciting to me as an alumni, and because I always love when anything arts centric came out. Now, what was your guys' backgrounds at Pitt? I mean, what was your major?
I was film studies, and my co-director Sam McCoy, she was also film studies.
Okay.
I was a theater major, so that was where a lot of my experience came from. But I started working in film after graduation.
That's great. And you're working in film now currently?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I work mostly in the art department on like commercials and stuff like that.
That's awesome. And when did you guys shoot this? I mean, when was this short film shot?
Yeah, it was March. Yeah, it was primarily March of 2019. So right before we graduate. Yeah, so it's been like 2 years at this point. Like, we shot it over like the course of like 3 weekends, and that was it. Like, it just took like 4 or 5 days in March of 2019.
And can you see the whole short film on the Kickstarter page, or on just a link to the YouTube?
I think we have a link to the YouTube down below. That should lead you to the short film.
Because I was going to say, if you guys had shot this thing in March of 2020, I'd have been like shocked that you pulled this thing off so fast. Because like the world shut down. And did you guys, like, one last question, this is just me being curious about this here. I'm sure there's like way better things that you guys want to talk about, but did you guys see an uptick in viewership in the last year of this? Like, when you posted it, when it got out there, how long did it take to kind of just drum up that viral kind of nature?
Well, it was posted actually this September. So we were like deep in pandemic by the time that it was posted. But I mean, Sam, it was like, what, 2 weeks? Really?
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks. It was posted towards the end of September. And I know I got the call to be like, check this out. Look how many people are watching. Probably like the last week of October. So by then, that was when we started talking like, wow, people are responding really well to this. Should we talk about doing the feature? So it was pretty quick.
Well, this is awesome, man. I mean, everybody at home watching right now, get behind this. This is a homegrown project, okay? You cannot do this like these guys need to do another segment of this thing and see where this thing takes them right now. There's the want and the need, but they need your help. So go to this Kickstarter right now, and anything that comes in on our Venmo tonight, we're going to pass over to the Kickstarter for this project to keep this thing rolling. And Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Did I miss anything here? Is there anything else you wanted to add? Anyone else you wanted to thank real quick before we go?
Ooh. Well, I mean, we have a lot of people on our team. So Sam McCoy is our other director, and
There you
she's
go.
been acting as a producer as well. Camden Bass is our associate producer. Ang Vu is our DP, and we've all been like really acting as like big fundraisers this whole time.
Yeah.
We've had so much help from people. Also, one more thing, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Our Kickstarter ends at noon tomorrow. Not
Noon.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. Pardon my language, but oh wow. All right, guys. We're literally like 13 and a half, 14. I'm really bad at math, but less than a day. So tonight is the night. So get out there. It is going up. Let's see that thing uptick. I'm gonna check in on this before the show's over, and that needle better move. So get there right now. There's a little more than 12 hours and just over $1,000. So good luck, guys, and I cannot wait to see. Can't wait to see what happens here. I'm pulling for you. I'll be watching to see how this thing turns out.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, Dave. Wait, you know what? I forgot to ask them if where they fall in the Shamrock Shake versus the McRib.
There's only one way to find out.
Bring them back. All right, so Shamrock Shake, McRib, or Dave added Mac and Me or Little Mac from Punch Out.
I mean, Shamrock Shake, but my favorite Mac of all time is Mac McDonald from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I'm gonna throw that in there.
Okay, all right. There's a wild card, Haley.
There's a wild card.
Well, I mean, I'll go with the Shamrock Shake. It's like a classic. It brings springtime like together for everybody. So
I'll agree. Okay, good votes. Dave, now let's check in.
I'm thinking we could just trade in. Liz, how's Mac and Me doing? As filmmakers, have you seen the movie Mac and Me? I want to know that.
As
filmmakers, you should never, ever, ever, ever watch the movie Mac and Me. It might ruin your filmmaker brains. It'll spoil the creativity well. It was basically a big McDonald's commercial ET ripoff. Anyway, forget I ever said anything about that.
I'm glad you ended with that, Dave, because I thought for sure you were about to tell them to watch it as filmmakers, and I'm like, Mac and Me's like your Citizen Kane. But okay, all right, so don't watch Mac and Me, but you're going to end up watching Mac and Me because it's like that reverse psychology that Dave just pulled. Well, thank you for coming back. And when you guys didn't think you were going to be back on again, then all of a sudden, oh shit, we're still here. But anyway, all right, Shamrock Shake. All right, thank you guys very much, and good luck. All right, folks. All right, now we're going to keep this rolling. Dave, how's the vote going? We didn't even check on it.
The votes are hot, man.
Okay,
you know
great.
what I mean? Like, just
all right,
as hot as Pittsburgh could possibly be.
Okay.
You don't want to know about it?
I don't want to know about it. We can wait. We got stuff to do.
Right there.
Okay, so the Shamrock Shake has started to move. It's 40% 2020. All right, that's okay. That's right. And we just added 2 more. We can just do that in math. So the Shamrock Shake is, it's happening. But you know what else is happening? Good stuff. Okay. Is there anything else I needed to add here before I bring out our next guest? Because I'm very excited. Okay. Our next guest is our weekly Buy Fresh, Buy Local segment brought to you by Farm to Table. If you go to farmtotablepa.com, you can find out everything you need to do with everything that's local, from farmers markets to CSAs and to how to be as sustainable as humanly possible. So please get on that. But while we're doing that, we're going to bring out our next guest here. It's from Westmoreland County. Her name is Leanne Rodman, and she started an online network at the start of COVID, when the shutdown happened, to connect consumers with local farms. It's Southwestern PA Support Farms and Markets, and here she is right now, Leanne Rodman.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, thanks for being here with us tonight.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, I'm fascinated to talk about what you're doing, how you started it, but I mean, where do you fall in the Shamrock Shake versus McRib question is the question.
Shamrock Shake, hands down.
Okay, all right. I'm agreeing with you. This thing should be a no-brainer. We thought this thing would just like get blown out of the water, and then Dave had to add like Mac and Me. So anyway, tell us a little bit about Southwestern PA Support Farms and Markets.
It started March of last year. I've been on a farm ever since I was born, and I'm going to be retiring soon, hopefully. But I know farmers. I know farmers from Westmoreland County, probably as far up as Bedford. And I got a message from someone. They knew I had done farming and butchering, and I still do. And someone asked me about where could they get good hamburger, and this is when everything was gone from all the shelves in the big box stores. And I knew, and I told them. So I started a page because I had a couple more people asking me questions. I started a page, and then within 10 days, there were 5,000 people on the page.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, well, people want to talk, and people are asking me more things, and they want to know more. So I started a group, and we're going to be a year old in May, and there's almost 10,000 people.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's fast to turn things around. I mean, because I remember a year ago, and everybody was just terrified, and we're kind of looking to farms, but didn't know how to get stuff directly from the source. So, I mean, how are you connecting everyone?
Just through a group,
Right.
The Facebook group that I have. I guess they started in the page. They started in the page, and then I told everybody I had a $25 giveaway, and I said, follow me to the group, and they did, and then I went from 5,000 to now almost 10,000. And what I do, and the farms started jumping in, and the farms, like the consumer would ask the farmers in the group questions. So there was communication back and forth, and nobody knew. Probably, I'm going to say, and this is just a guesstimate, when the big box stores come in, I think everybody thought the farms were kind of a thing of the past, and they didn't exist anymore. And if they did, they weren't doing much of anything. So they quickly found out that wasn't the case. But I think honestly, people were probably, and I might be a little bit off, but I think we're about 2 generations behind on, the farmers are still out there and they're still growing. And the biggest thing I get now, because what I do is I go out to the farms and I'm shaking their hands. I'm finding out what they do, what they have, what they can offer. And then I bring all that into the group. And then I have these lists of where you can go to get anything you want. And I said, as long as you can connect yourself with a farmer, you're never going to be in need for anything. You're going to have food security forever. So I have people now that they make it a monthly or weekly thing, and I call it gathering. You're not going to a big box store. You're going and you're buying, and people didn't even know this existed. I said, well, you should go get a tomahawk steak, a dry aged tomahawk steak. And they're like, what?
Where's the best one?
Yeah.
Where can I get a dry aged tomahawk steak?
Oh, there's several places depending on how far you want to travel. I can fix you right up.
I got to join the group.
Yeah. So and everybody, they want it fresh. They want to know, the big box stores, you don't know anything. It comes in a box. Where did it come from? Did it come from overseas? Did it come from a broker? I don't know. People didn't know. But when you're dealing with a farmer and you're shaking their hand and you're walking into their barn and there is nothing that you can't ask or know, it changes the game, and people care.
And if you want to talk about supporting a local economy, you don't get any more local than your local farm, like somebody in the area where you go to the place where it's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I've visited a lot of farms since I started the group, and what I'm hearing back is just amazing. I had a lady come up to me. She wanted to meet me last year at one of the farms. So I met her, and she come up to me and she's hugging me and she's about in tears. And I'm like, are you okay? And she said this is the first time in 15 years she was able to eat beef. And she said, I just can't thank you enough to leading me in the direction that I need to go to get it. And so it's stuff like that. And then people, I have probably the biggest thing is people say, I didn't know they existed. I had a lady, she lived in a town for 10 years, and she had no idea that one of the best butchers in that town was less than 10 minutes from her house.
Oh, wow.
She had no idea.
See, this is the thing. I mean, it's just been kind of lost to it. Like you said, it's a generational thing that it's just kind of got lost just out of the ease of a big box store that you mentioned. But to know where it's coming from, know what they did behind it, know that it actually tastes better. That's you can get what you want. I mean, that's the thing. And well, just the way you formed this group is kind of great to me, because it's like in a desperate time, it kind of turned the focus back to local, because it had to. Do you think this is going to carry over once this pandemic is cleared and people can go to grocery stores? I mean, people can go to the bigger place without being worried or whatever. Do you think that people are going to stay going to local farms, keeping doing CSAs and things like that in the future? Because I know that it's been brought more to my attention, and I thought I was savvy, but I found out so much more just in people that Farm to Table are sending us to talk about different things in different places. I mean, some farms are delivering. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
It's wild to me.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think you asked me if it's going to go anywhere. No, it's not going to go anywhere. I think people need it. People want it. They've been kind of, in my opinion, they've been duped. Like I said, I grew up on a farm, and when you walk into a store and you can't ask anybody a question about produce, its origin, where it come from, is it from overseas, is it from China? When you ask someone about a piece of meat that's wrapped in plastic, you can't ask anybody about it because nobody knows. No one has that answer. And we do have, you have your big box stores isn't, I don't want to degrade a big box store, but when you're buying from a farm, you know that animal it gave birth in pasture. It lived a normal life. It did what that animal was supposed to do its whole entire life until it ended up getting butchered. And you can't say that about anything in a store. You have no clue. You don't know anything about its origin, and you don't know don't know how it was raised. They have the factory farms. I'm not going to get into that either.
Yeah, but right now, though, is the calm before the storm, right? It's the perfect time for people to get involved and find the farmers to support, and they'll support you right back. I mean, this is the season, right? Things are about to start popping right now, right? You've got like people with CSAs, different produce is going to be coming down the pipeline. I am going to be dreaming about tomahawk steaks now, because you had to say that to me right now, Leanne, and I don't know what's going on here. I've got a cast iron skillet that hasn't seen a tomahawk steak in so long.
Oh, you need to introduce that skillet to a tomahawk steak. There's nothing, you want at least 14 days dry aged. And that's another thing too. And I think that's why people are going to stay, because the biggest thing, and people say, well, I can't afford to eat like that because it costs more. But my comeback, and people have always asked me this, they say, how can you afford that? And I never answer that. I never have to answer it, because I just look at them and I ask them back, are you worth good food? And the answer is always, well, of course I am. And then I just get that look, and they just smile at me because they know where I'm going from there.
Touche, it's over.
Yeah, you're
Checkmate.
worth that. And the people that are supporting the farms and markets and the growers now, they said they can't go back. There's nothing that you can compare to a farmer's product as opposed to a big box store.
So, Leanne, roughly we got a question here from the audience. How many farms do you work with? Roughly.
I'm probably, for Southwest PA, I can't tell you for sure. There's probably a couple hundred at least.
There you go. See, that's
Yeah.
a lot of that's a lot of farms.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And are people still periodically doing giveaways?
I try to do giveaways all the time. I try my best because you know, you have everybody's attention and they're in there. But I do silly things. I try to I have giveaways where you just go to places and you take a selfie and you post your selfie that you were there, and you know, they win like a $50 gift card, or you know, they'll win a meat package and
with a meat package with tomahawk steaks.
You're gonna have to join and find out.
All right, the mystery bag. What's your site there? Yeah,
the mystery bag is what I did was I'm trying to get people back to the page. The page is where everything's at as far as business and commerce and all this and that. And I originally started in the page. We went to a group. I made the group private for whatever reason. And like I said, in 10 days, I reached over 5,000. At that point, I couldn't become public. I had to stay private. So you can get on the page, but everything takes place in the group. Right now, I'm doing a giveaway that if you like the page, I'm trying to just get more people there. Tell me who invited you in, and then I'll do a giveaway based on that. And it's a gift card. And the gift card would be for a place where you could get a tomahawk.
All right, I'm just gonna start clicking like. I'm just gonna go to my neighbor's house, and I click like. We're gonna get as viral as you can. Well, this is awesome. Well, this is awesome. Thank you so much, and thanks for everything that you're doing here. We'd love to have you back on the show if you ever have anything else you want to promote or talk about, Leanne. And maybe, you know, maybe after I get my tomahawk, maybe I can tell you how I prepared it.
You go tomahawk, you won't go back.
I heard that. All right. Well, thank you so much, Leanne. And everybody you can go to these sites here and support as you can here. And the website's on the page right there, and so is the Facebook. So get on that, and we will talk to you soon, Leanne. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And again, this segment is brought to you from Farm to Table Pittsburgh. If you go to Farm to Table PA, you can find out everything you can about these things, find out great resources like Leanne and so many more. So get on that as best as you can. And thank you to Farm to Table PA, and thank you to Leanne. Well, we are winding things down here, and the guest favorite has definitely been the Shamrock Shake. Has definitely been the way to go. So we're gonna be dealing with that there shortly. But before we do that, the guest favorite is there. So it's looking like the Shamrock Shake's running away with this thing here right now. I can't believe someone voted for Mac and Me. I think it was a typo. So get out of there and let's keep things moving along here. Dave, I'm getting some crazy blinking things on my computer screen. So I'm hoping we get through the show. But I've run out of memory. So we'll see if the show can if my computer will remember me enough to do the show. Let's bring up our next guest. I'm very excited to have her on here. She might have a running joke with her here right now. Here she is, Jennifer Ferris Glick, to tell us about the Vigor, Vibe, and Venture Challenge coming to you right now. What's happening, Jen? How you doing? Is that a cupcake you're having?
Yeah, I'm only eating the icing.
How many have you gone through from the 6-pack, or is it just the one?
3.
You've had 3 cupcakes to this point.
Cupcakes and tea. I'm not sleeping.
I love it. It's fantastic. I told Jen I was going to give her a cupcake for her birthday like 15 years ago, and we just never connected, and it's gone back and forth. So tonight, I wish I had sent her these cupcakes. But unfortunately, she bought her own. But we're kind of sharing them right now, so it works out well.
Sharing them in spirit.
I like that very much. So Jennifer Ferris Glick, tell me a little bit about the Vigor, Vibe, and Venture V3 Challenge.
Yeah. So my business consulting firm, Above to Below, we've partnered with Point Park University, and we've created this really beautiful kind of symbiotic relationship for local businesses, budding entrepreneurs, and then the students. And so what that looks like is we have an open application period where we invite and encourage anybody who has a business, a product, a concept something that maybe isn't even completely fleshed out to apply. And it's really simple. Like literally it's like name, address, give us a little information about you and your past, and then submit like a video telling us about what you want to do and how you want to do it, or what you envision your business or your product to be. And then we have like a bunch of judges who score the applications, and then we invite 10 finalists to come in and do a safe, socially distanced presentation. And we kind of joke that it's a little bit Shark Tanky as far as like the presentation goes. But it gives people a little bit of a stressor and an opportunity to kind of come belly to belly with a bunch of people who are in different sectors of business. And then the winner gets $10,000 in the form of a grant, and then they get a year of mentorship through my company, and then basically all the resources that you could imagine at Point Park and through its faculty and staff members. So it's kind of a big deal.
Okay, so when is the cutoff for this?
So the cutoff for this sort of spring application is April 30th or May 1st. And then we'll have like our in-person, socially distanced, maybe even outside, we'll see. Our socially distanced event will happen in June. So it's pretty cool. But I think the real win about this is that we're really interested in the people's stories and how we can help, how we can kind of assist them in ways that they may not have had access to before. So for instance, our winner from the fall, his name is Yusef Shelton, and he's a Homewood native, and he's a rapper and an inspirational speaker all at the same time. And he came in and like completely wowed everybody. So, you know, right now we've been meeting with the marketing classes at Point Park. So the students are helping him devise a marketing plan. I'm sort of getting him set up with some curriculum so that he can have summer camps for kids. And his purpose is igniting, or his mission, I guess I should say, is to ignite purpose into young Black men's hearts and teach them how to be authentic and have purpose. And it's a really beautiful mission, and it's clearly like his summer camp will be open to everybody, but it's a pretty amazing goal, and he's really in it, and we're only 6 months in. So.
That's awesome. We've got a comment here from Pete Spinda. He said, could a struggling pandemic era podcast live stream qualify for said grant because he has an idea?
Yes, it could. So let me just say, yes, it could, Pete. Hi, Pete. Anyway, yeah, so we had a really beautiful, varied pool of applicants last year. So we had everybody from like educators to artists. We had the Pittsburgh Circus Arts Collaborative. They applied. We had a bunch of other individuals. We had a 16-year-old from Quaker Valley
QV
applied to promote his project called Peter's Project, where he takes virtual reality glasses into nursing homes. It's like we had some amazing applicants, and
cool, because Quaker Valley is the Fighting Quakers,
right?
And it's just that's where I went to high school. So
oh, really?
Yeah, it's very funny to me that it's like so far somebody the women at the beginning of the show are from Pitt, and now we're talking about QV.
Yes, full circle. I just
circle.
thought it was so interesting because, like, we had a wide variety of applicants. We even had people who were like, former military, they were veterans.
That was Pepper. I told you she was going to make an appearance during while you were talking.
You called it.
It was right on time.
We also had people from Pitt who were professors developing some, curriculum for pharmacists. And so it's like we had a beautiful, wide variety. But I honestly, every single person who applied got some sort of assistance. So,
awesome.
All of the applicants who didn't make it to the finalists, we asked them if there was any resource we could potentially connect them to. And all of the finalists, we then helped sort of groom in whatever direction they needed to go. So, for one couple has like educational boxes that they put together and events like educational programming for teenagers. And we connected them with the School of Education to kind of help them refine their curriculum and you know, kind of see where their holes are. And they've, you know, been able to focus what they're doing with greater ease. So yeah, anybody can apply.
All right, that's awesome. So I mean, it's a great idea. I mean, it's also, I mean, it's kind of perfect in the time zone. Go on.
I think the one thing that kind of sets it apart is that it's not like venture capital necessarily. Like, we're not going to take a piece of your equity. We really want to provide an opportunity to the students while also promoting our local community and our like our hyper local community, right? So Pittsburgh proper. I mean, outlying communities too, but like anything that can help us kind of rebuild, help us kind of gain some momentum after we kind of had a bunch of setbacks from COVID and a variety of other things, right? So that's kind of the point.
So I'm sure, hey Mansueto, Dave Mansueto.
Yeah.
So she said it's not like Shark Tank, but what do you think about the bringing people on to just test some pitches on the show? What do you think?
Oh yeah, we're incubating an idea over here, Jennifer.
I like it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
we might need to.
Should I spoil the name? Just like
give Jen a taste, and maybe we can have her on possibly as a judge.
It's gonna be called. It's gonna be called the Elevator Witches. The Elevator Witches, and we're gonna be the witches. We're gonna be evil, and we're gonna bring on local startups or people just, you know, it could be somebody that just wants to like sharpen their pitch skills or somebody looking for feedback or, you know, to expand the audience here. And so we're going to, at the end of the thing, we're going to maybe invest our big money that we got on the show. The witches. So you step into and you could be one of the witches along with us.
I would be so honored with you guys. Are you guys actually referring to yourselves as witches, not like warlocks or something? Like you're
no, we're witches.
No, definitely witches, because it rhymes with pitch. Witches. So you can say pitch. That's we're working on like our catchphrase. We're saying pitch the witches. You know, be the first to pitch the witches. The witches are 3 unsuccessful Pittsburgh entrepreneurs that have zero money to give you. However, you're in the hot seat tonight. You got to pitch the witches. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's what
I love it.
We're gonna wear cool. Patrick has a cool hat.
I have a witch hat.
We don't have warlock outfits, so we have to do a witch theme. We thought, if it's cool. I don't know.
Hold a broom?
You can hold anything you want.
The props would be really
I am in 100%.
It's your day.
Yeah. But I mean,
like
even like this podcast, you know, all this kind of stuff is like really great. And you know, Point Park has a wonderful recording studio, and they also have Pioneer Records. So, you know, there's a lot of opportunities here. You could take this on the road. It could be like, you know, wait, don't tell me or something. Like on the road.
But just so you know, I mean, they might have a recording studio, but I have a light suction cup to the back of my laptop. And I have a laptop that is sitting, this is my setup right here. This is what you're seeing from the other side. This is what you get tonight. This is what it is. That's from an earlier shot. Because currently, because of this light, there's a diaper box that my computer's actually currently sitting on right now.
Listen, I got a similar setup right now. You are currently on my ottoman, but on top of a bin full of stamps and stamp pads.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's legit. But you have some nice lighting there. Is that some professional lighting?
Yeah, you know, I had so many Zoom meetings and do so many interviews and stuff that it's like I have to have some lighting because I look at myself and I'm like, oh, what happened? At least the lighting is like, you know.
That's good. Well, it's the one thing that you can control because everything's just like literally like, you know, waist up here right now.
Oh yeah, I'm in my underwear.
That's what I mean. Everybody is. I'm not kidding. Dave. What's funny
Dave's definitely in his underwear.
Everyone.
It's probably Mario underwear.
I would not. I don't want him to prove it. Oh shit. But yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to apply, all you have to do.
Yeah. Okay. We'll bring it back home. Yeah. Bring it back home here. I'm sorry.
So if you want to apply, all you have to do is just go to the v3challenge.com and you can apply right there. And I'm readily available on the Facebook and the Instagram. So you could just send me, send me a direct message or whatever it is that you need to have answered. So, yeah.
Fantastic. This is exciting. So everybody should get in on this. It's free to apply.
Yeah.
And just roll there. What do you have to lose? I mean, if you've got all of Point Park,
5 minutes of time. Like,
what's that?
Other than like 5 minutes of time filling out the application.
And if you're sending yourself a video, I'm sure everybody's got some form of lighting at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean, all you need to do is like record something with your phone. And then in future years, I'm not quite there yet. I would really love to take it into like career development centers and places like Bunker Labs in Millvale.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, in the last application period, Bunker Labs actually did do some recording for their veterans so that they could kind of get themselves organized and be able to submit things. So yeah, at some point in the future, I would like to do that. And even at Point Park, we've got all the resources there. So. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
Thanks so much.
Oh, no. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the cupcake.
I'm
Does
sorry.
this count? Does this count?
No.
This doesn't count.
It absolutely doesn't count.
This doesn't count. So
No.
enjoy those cupcakes. And keep doing what you're doing, and everything's working out well for you.
Yeah,
and
can't wait to be a witch with you.
I cannot wait. Jennifer Ferris Glick has just joined the witches of Alone Together Pittsburgh. The elevator witches have just gotten like someone legitimate, so it's it might have thrown off the whole world. Like somebody who actually knows shit has joined the posse.
I don't know.
Well, you got one over on me anyway. I don't know. I'm sure Dave's been to a few of these back in the day. But anyway, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. And everybody check that out. Check it out right now. Go to the thing, the V3 Challenge, Vigor, Vibe, and Venture. It's easy to do. The links are all in front of you there. So check it out. And our first elevator witch has been confirmed. All right. Thank you, Jennifer Ferris Glick, for being here tonight.
Thank you.
All right. So enjoy those cupcakes. Dave still has you on camera, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm
just like that time, and you're like, enough of the icing. I'm going for the cake now. Lay off me. I'm starving. Anyway, thanks so much, Jen. Oh wait, Jen, before you go, Shamrock Shaker McRib. Okay.
Shamrock Shake. Hands down. As a kid, I remember waiting. Like, I felt like I was waiting for the whole year to get that Shamrock Shake, and then it would disappear, and I'd be like, where'd it go?
The thing is, I agree, wholehearted. Like, you wanted the Shamrock Shake, you needed the Shamrock Shake, and then it was gone for years. Like, there was a block though that it wasn't there, and then when it came back, I remember people freaked the shit out. We're all about like crazy about the Shamrock Shake, and then I think I haven't had a Shamrock Shake in far too long, but
probably a decade.
Yeah, but I heard they changed something.
Yeah,
I heard the recipe. Yeah. Like it's not the same tasting Shamrock Shake from youth.
Yeah, I don't know. I do remember that.
What do you mean you're not a professional Shamrock Shake connoisseur? I thought you knew about this stuff.
I used to be. I'm not sure that like a Shamrock Shake sommelier kind of deal.
I would have you on the show again if that was the case. Is that Grimace?
Oh.
Is that a Shamrock Shake Grimace? Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say my one son fancies himself like the mix master for Froyo. So he claims that he makes the best mixes ever of flavors. So, I mean, maybe we should pull Wolf into this too.
Would you get Wolf on the case, give him the taste of a Shamrock Shake, and tell him to make it better?
Tell me.
Isn't that like the guy, the main character? Because I'm into cartoons now, because that's all I watch.
Yeah.
The guy, like what's the rat from Ratatouille, who's like who can work the flavors out and knows what's in stuff. Is Wolf gonna do that for a Shamrock Shake? Because I'm telling you what, he's gonna have a career ahead of him.
Probably, and he's exceptionally verbose. So this child will.
I love
narrate
Wolf
the
already.
entire thing from beginning to end. He'll be like, smooth and creamy.
This is my favorite right there. All right, I tell you what, we're gonna have like not only are you gonna be one of the elevator witches, Wolf's gonna have his own cooking segment.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thanks, Jen. We got to get you up the show
Thank
before we
you.
sign you up to be like a partner on this thing here. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Talk soon. All right, folks. We are winding down the show. The start of week 52 in the year-long saga that is Alone Together Pittsburgh. Want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Don't forget to join the group from Leanne. Sign up for the V3 challenge and also get the Kickstarter going. How about a Thin Mint inspired Shamrock Shake? Holy crap, you just blew my mind. Because you could get Thin Mints in there. That would be an extra minty thing. Erin Hart, see, she knows. She's next level. Right when I was about to end the show, she just blew it up on me right there. Couldn't believe it. So anyway, that's it right there. And don't forget to hit up that Kickstarter and support this movie. Thanks to her, they are close to their goal. The needle has moved since we checked in before, but they are still about $1,000 shy. Thank you to anybody who's kicked in from the show here. We're going to try to give them another bump coming up there soon, but it is close. Noon tomorrow is the cutoff for that. But anyway, thank you all. Tomorrow night, we are back. Kate Romaine is going to be here with What Kate Ate. And some other magic might be happening as well. We might have some surprise guests. Then Friday, you've got Natalie Bensavenga doing 5 Minutes With, and Dave Bracey's going to be talking about local brews and so much more. Thank you all for being here. We're going to update Dave's logo as well. And we're going to be back tomorrow. Dave, you got anything to add, buddy? Shamrock Shake takes it. Thank you all very much. Maybe we'll get a visual of snacks tomorrow. And Bunny Cam will be back when Pete comes back too. Thank you all very much for coming out here. Don't forget, take care of each other. Keep wearing the mask and check in. Oh my gosh, we got Bunny Cam at the last second. Check in on your friends. Make sure they're doing okay. Because even though that this stuff is weird, it happens. And we like to party here at Alone Together Pittsburgh. We never get serious because if I do, that graphic comes up. Anyway, thank you all for being here. We're back tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Peace out. Oh my gosh. Take it down. Roll the credits.